Andy Fletcher at one point stole the show. There was a pitch down the middle, completely down the middle. It was in the lower quadrant. There it is, towards the top of it. Everyone's like, what?
This is
I'm
gonna try to make sure we stay on topic here. But this is exactly what I think sometimes the framing people get wrong. I get it. Francisco was looking to try to get, maybe they were sending signs in that, hey, we want the fastball up right here. He was doing that. But the more you move around back there, there is a chance that the umpire can miss the call because they're human. He shouldn't have missed this call. If you watch on the highlight, Alvarez, he's up. He's trying to show, hey, we're gonna call fastball up here, and then they wanted it. I assume they wanted it down, and Diaz threw it right down the middle. Andy Fletcher, again, we talked about it, is set up essentially underneath Ohtani's elbow. Why is he not over the middle of the plate? Because they're afraid of concussions? Like to me, you can help these umpires out by being like, hey, we saw your setup was a little off. And you won't miss this. And Andy's had a week. He's umpire of the week so far this week.
He is.
But they all set up on the inside shoulder, so that's nothing new. They're always on the inside shoulder.
Yeah, but the guys that do better.
Is, why does it matter how the catcher sets up or where he puts his glove? Like the ball is being thrown in a certain spot. I never understood that when umpires would say, you didn't catch that one very well. Why does it matter? It was right down the middle. Like it should be a strike. Also, like on the borderline ones, I understand like that, but like that ball that's a strike 100 out of 100. It should be 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000. That ball is center cut, thigh high.
Also, a lot of catchers set up late.
Yeah, and nobody gives a target. They all give targets down in the dirt. So him going like this should have nothing to do with anything.
That pitch was bold, too. That's in the nitro zone for Ohtani. That
Ohtani
is exactly where he likes it.
I think Ohtani was thinking he's getting a slider for his pitch.
But that messes up the whole AB, right? I mean, if you're behind the plate, doesn't that screw things up for you?
Well, there's a difference. Listen, if they miss it with 2 strikes, I get a little more angry because then it changes, then the bat's over. When they miss it with 0-0, you're like, okay, you're a little bit angry, but then you wait to see how the at-bat plays out. Like I used to wait till if the guy got out, like Ohtani did get out, but he did hit the sac fly. You're like, if he would have got a hit or hit a home run right there, then I'm like, full go.
Right.
Like that's you. There are many times where guy would miss a call and I'd be like, that hit's on you. Like you let him get another pitch. That's your fault. It's not my fault he threw a bad pitch. I'm like, well, you already struck him out twice.
He missed a tip too.
I don't know.
Don't you hear that? You missed a foul tip.
Yeah, but Francisco missed it too. Francisco ran after it. So, the noise isn't always the same. I'm not trying to be an apologist for Andy Fletcher, but Francisco ran after it. Francisco doesn't run after it like the one last year. Jonah Heim, I think it was in like the 9th inning. He was like, he didn't even go after the ball because he knew it tipped. And I'm not sure who missed it. Chad Fairchild may have missed it. So guys miss it, but Alvarez, he confirmed what Andy Fletcher didn't hear.
FT fam, you might have a boring, old, crusty, unpretty razor, and it might be expensive. So, AJ, should they consider another option?
Look how cool this is. Look at the color scheme. Look at it. Little sheath to hide the blades when you travel. Works great. I've been using this for a couple weeks now with Harry's. Clean, no bumps, no cuts. Works great. And you know the best part? It's a great price, especially if you use the foul territory code, Scott.
That's right. Harrys.com/foul. Guess what? You can also get yourself a no-risk trial. So if you don't like your shave, no worries. It's on Harry's. They're not worried about it. Get the edge on your shave with Harry's. Normally, the trial set is $10. But right now, you can get it for just $6 at harrys.com/foul. Use the exclusive link, harrys.com/foul, for a $6 trial set.
Padres and Giants. Logan Webb was awesome. 8 shutout innings, 7 strikeouts. You saw when they fall 1-0 in 10 to the Padres, some of the reactions from the Giants players. They're like, oh my gosh, we couldn't give this guy any support in yesterday's game. Stephen Kolek pitched well for the Padres, and then, of course, the bullpen along the way. Good. But what else did you notice in this game?
Did you see the call?
I did.
I don't. We got to show this. The game was 1-0. That's cool. Padres won. This call. How do we miss this call? Have you seen this play, Kratz?
No,
because it was replay reviewed.
I know. That's what I'm saying. How do you? Can we? I don't know if we can show the still or if we can show the Willie Adames got thrown out at second base.
Mhm.
Back pick, I think. Here it is.
Here
Yeah,
it
it's a
is.
back pick
Yeah.
by the catcher. And safe. Okay. They then show it from the right here. There's not anything touching the base. He's Bogarts.
This is the shot.
Right here. I mean, first of all, he's out there, but then he comes off. He's still got the glove on him. After review, Lance Barksdale said he's safe. What? Huh?
I think I was in New York
What?
with my one eye.
No, there was a
watching the replay.
blind guy in New York that did that replay review.
That's bad.
That's the worst one I've ever seen.
He's out twice.
That's the worst one. I mean, there's a still shot of him with his both feet off the base. Bogarts is lying on top of him with the glove, like in his gut. And they're like, safe. See, this is when the guy in New York should have to answer a question about, well, I was actually drinking when this play happened, so I didn't really notice it because it was 1 a.m. on the East Coast. I don't know.
It was really
he wasn't
bad.
drinking. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
But, come on. How do you miss this? What do you, Kratz? I mean, how do you miss that one?
I did not see it. Did you see it live, or did you just see the replay of it?
I just saw the replay. Like, what do you need to see live or replay? Like,
No,
you just
replay.
saw it.
I'm saying,
Just showed it to you.
did they go real quick with their, like, was it like a long review? Because
Who cares? There should have been 5 seconds. He's out.
that's what I mean. Like, why? How do we not get an explanation? And then
Right here,
the
I mean,
manager
right-
sits there.
He's out right
The
there.
manager
And then
sits
he's
there
out
and
again.
goes, he's saying, well, I can't argue this. Well, who can I argue with? Because clearly, what did they not see?
They didn't. Apparently, they didn't see enough evidence. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
I'm lost.
That one got me. That one got me. I don't know. I've seen calls and replay that I can't explain, but that one's like a UFO. It's unexplainable.
Yep. Kyle Glazer, who is our Friar Territory host, obviously was fired up when he was watching that one. He was posting in our chat BCC. He posted this screenshot. He's like, am I missing something here? It's not that close. Sometimes you look and it can be tough.
Like even the George Springer where he was jumping, it was like, I mean, he came off by like half an inch, right? But I mean, this one, it wasn't even close.
No.
I mean, it was.
No. Indisputable evidence. And for some reason, something happened. In those cases,
Now the
I just
question
hope they
is this
review
was
it.
always a question we had. Who were the umpires in the New York thing? As players, we always ask this. Do they know Lance Barksdale, whoever made the call? Are they friends with him? Do they not want him to get a bad rating? This is always why we were like, as players, we're like, oh, who's in New York? And they would never tell you who was in New York. Because sometimes it's per people on that crew, and they're like, oh, well, that guy made the call as my crew chief or my buddy, and I want him to stay there, so I'm going to confirm the call. Now, I'm not saying that happened, but it was just questions that players always had, right, Kratz? We're always like, well, who's in New York? And do we know these people, right? Did you not always ask that as a player? Like, who's the umpire in New York? Who's the umpire that made the call? Because this guy might work with him down the road and doesn't want him mad at him because there was a lot of conspiracy theories.
That's exactly what it is. It's conspiracy theories. But for a little bit, in 2017, I think it was, when I was in New York with the Yankees, we tried to track it because the crews would be like, oh, hey, where are you going? Oh, we're staying here. Oh, where'd you come from? Oh, we were here. And so you try to like track whoever's coming into New York or is, the Mets or the Yankees. That way they give them an opportunity to be in a place for 8 days. So they stay and you're like, oh, I can kind of track who's going into the Mets or the Yankees. It could be this crew or that crew. It's all for nothing. You never find out till after the fact. And what are you going to do? You can't call New York and be like, hey, you idiot, you missed that one. That'll really get you thrown out.
NBA does that. They'll be like, oh, we messed something up.
Oh, MLB never says that.
No.
I guess Galarraga, by the way, we said that was 15th anniversary yesterday of that one.
Yeah.
They came out and said that's why we have replay.
That one's pretty obvious. But
so was the one we just watched.
I agree. Yeah, they do the 2-minute report after games. It's time. It just helps. Hey, there's a lot on the line these days. We need to get this stuff right. And if not, we just need to know what happened. I think the transparency and the ethics of the game that are so important should be playing out here.
I would love to hear an umpire go. I would love to hear an umpire go, man, it was so close. Like the play was so close, we couldn't overturn it. That's it. And then you hear the explanation on that one. We got it right. And then you're like, no, you didn't. Absolutely.
Why can't we get like they do in the NFL, like where the umpire comes on and explains it, or NBA? I mean, if you watch college basketball this year, I mean, they were reviewing stuff every 30 seconds.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, that was a little bit crazy.
College hoops is ridiculous.
Review this plays. I was like, oh my god.
They review like way too many fouls to see if they were bad fouls, like over the top.
But it was every ball that went out of bounds. They're like, we're going to review this. We're going to look at the clock.
Yeah,
like,
they've got a problem.
Gosh.
Yeah. So you don't want that. You don't want MLB stopping the game. And also when we first had replay, remember it took a long time and they've really gotten it much quicker. They've cleaned it up. So maybe they feel like they're on a clock and they don't get the angle they want. And so they just make a snap decision. I don't know.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.